60 degrees for blue cheese.
In the name of Lord, I'm the Supreme, the all-powerful, the one and only true living force. Oh, I got a little. Hold on. And Lord Amen, we trust. And Lord Amen, we think. And in Lord Amen, we continue forward forever. Good evening. I'm your host, Intellectual Lord Benjamin Manhattan, and this is Supreme American TV. And tonight, what I said, what I said, Buck Manhattan took over the channel. So yeah, it's gonna be raw and uncut. Excuse me. This is Mr. Buck Manhattan. Remember, I said that Mentellect extended gets the Intellectual Lord Benjamin Manhattan. This is gonna be a mix, Mr. Buck Manhattan tonight. It's gonna be a raw and uncut night. So I had to put the brakes on the Intellectual Lord Benjamin Manhattan tonight because this is going to be raw and uncut. And it's done not to bash people, but to get people to fix their problems that they're told they don't have. Again, let me reintroduce myself. I'm Mr. Buck Manhattan, and this is Supreme American TV. And tonight we're going to be discussing why Black people should be ashamed of themselves in all aspects of life today. Because you see, when it was a time when our people were progressive, it was a time where our people had goals and aspirations. It was a time where our people had pride. But see, all of that disappeared over time. That was all engineered to disappear over time. Our respect that we had for each other, our respect we had for ourselves disappeared over time. Now, where did it go? What happened to it? Easy. It started to basically erode after slavery and during slavery. But it started to erode because you had a bunch of people, right, who came into our country. And let's make this clear. America is the country of so-called Black Americans. We are indigenous to America. And the fact that we let that knowledge slip from our hands, that's one of the things we need to be ashamed of. The fact that we let these Europeans come over here into America and tell us that we Africans and we came from Africa on slave ships, knowing damn well that's a lie. And the people who stood up, the elders that stood up and said that was a lie, that we are American Indians and we were always here. We shouted these people down. These educated niggas shouted them down and said, no, we from Africa. Why? Because the white man told you. He didn't need to prove nothing. He just told you were from Africa. He set up a curriculum in schools to teach African American studies, and y'all went for that hook, line, and sinker. You forgot what your grandmamas and grandfathers told you about us being indigenous to America. I'm pretty sure that every so-called Black person has a grandmother, great grandmother, big mama, whoever. Somebody was telling you that we American Indians. We Indians. We're not African. We ain't come from no Africa. I'm pretty sure you got that in your family. And the reason why you have that in your family, the reason why you have those elders in your family that pass down that oral tradition of us being indigenous Americans, first Americans of America, here before the Europeans got here before the Native Americans, as first Americans, the reason why we kept that knowledge, our elders kept that knowledge, is to pass it down. And then what happened? Our people went to school and got educated by the white man, and he turned around and told you, no, see, you actually from Africa. We brought you on some damn slave ships and just lied his ass off, and y'all went for it. The very same people that were for you being in slavery are the very same people who ended up educating you, telling that you were African slaves, and you went for that. To the point whereas when the truth is coming out, you got a lot of ignorant, educated niggas that sit up here and talk, nah, see, man, y'all ain't from no Africa. We ain't from no America. We African. The Native Americans, we taking their culture. For that, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You question your own people, but you don't question the racist Caucasians who taught you that damn lie. And the beast you trust. You don't at least consider and be like, okay, brother, show and prove that we come from where we from America. Show and prove. Y'all don't even do that. Y'all push all the way back. It is disgraceful. It's disgraceful to disrespect any other so-called Black man when they're trying to speak the truth. When they're trying to speak the truth of our origin. Yet these people claim that they are pro-Black and they pro-they people. Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed. You sitting up here shooting down our people when they saying that they're indigenous to America, yet y'all claim to be scholars and educators. You claim to be historians. Yet you shooting down our people when they say they indigenous peoples of America, indigenous so-called black people of America. You shoot them down for what? To go with the false narrative of the white man, the racist Caucasians who promoted this lie that we African. Y'all to be ashamed of your damn self. And anybody that listen and stand on that FBA bullshit ought to be ashamed of themselves. Foundational black Americans, first and foremost, we're not black people. We don't have black skin. Black is not a race. It's a term of erasure given to us by racist Caucasian Europeans who wanted to replace us. They called us black people like they delete files. They deleted our people. They deleted our culture, our true American heritage. And for the people that went with that, y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. All you so-called African-American history teachers teaching bullshit and lies to our people in these colleges because you got a tenure at the school under these Caucasians. You see? Let me already read this. Even if we are indigenous, there's no even about it, brother. There's no even about it. We are indigenous to America. You need to do some research. We had to originate in the canyons of original. You are as ignorant as the gay, and gay as the what? Who are you talking to? Elder Craft, what? Even if we are indigenous, first of all, there's no even about it. We are indigenous to America. Black Americans are indigenous to America. Okay. And this is the original land. America is the original land. You talk with the mindset of a slave, an educated slave who don't know a damn thing, but want to come up here and question me. And then don't even ask no real questions. And if you want, and let me tell you something, Elder Craft, get your black ass out of here. Get your black ass out of here. Goodbye. Get your black ass out of here. Don't listen to me no more. See, this the type of old stupid nigga, and you call yourself an elder. You ain't no elder. You are older. You ain't no elder. You see? They won't never question the white man about nothing. It's in question about us being indigenous to America, and there's all the proof in the world. These niggas don't do no kind of research. They just go with the narrative of the white man. They just talk out their head. You niggas that talk out your head, talk that bullshit about us being Africans and black people and whatnot, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, because all you did was just believe what the white man said. All you did was believe his false history because he's your God. And for you putting him up and worshiping him, that proves that y'all ain't got no shame. That you could worship the image of another man to where you believe his lies, believe his bullshit. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You heard this old coon come in here? If we are indigenous, ain't no if about it, nigga. Do some research, fool ass old nigga. Yeah, I disrespected you because you're not an elder. You were older because you came in here disrespecting me. This is what I'm talking about. You always got these educated Sambos who come up in here talking shit, raw and uncut. No mercy on these old educated coons because they got here and got some money from the white man. They got educated by him. And then they want to sit here and go against our people who telling the damn truth. Elder Craft 101, whatever the fuck you calling yourself. Get your old ass out of here. We got to cut off all these old coons, man. These old lying coons are standing in the way of the progress of our people. Progression is we knowing who we are as indigenous Americans, man. That's the progression. I told you it's Buck Manhattan night tonight. It's raw and uncut. Anybody that's coming here talking nonsense, they're going to get their ass kicked out of here and cussed out. And cussed out. You see, because our history been held back from us. People been lying to our people. People been sitting up here calling themselves black people. Listen, I don't take our people seriously. I don't take so-called black people seriously because you're sitting up here letting people call you black people and you're not even questioning why they call you black people. You just going with it like a bunch of damn fools. Your woman out here lusting for the damn white man, walking around here with blonde wigs on her head, worshiping the image of white women, cave women. Y'all to be a damn shame to yourself. But yet you black males will marry them. You'll pay for their damn fantasy, they illogical and irrational fantasy. You'll pay for their delusion. And they'll sit up here and wreak havoc in your life because they worship the image of the white man and his woman. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourself. You let your children go out here and mix their seed amongst these other races and these other nations because you don't like your people. You sit up here and worship other people's images and whatnot, and you let your children go out here and label all these other races of people, muddying up your bloodline. Muddying up your bloodline. Why? because y'all ashamed of your own people. You ashamed of where you come from because the white man told you y'all black, you got nappy hair, you ugly, and y'all sit up here and believe this bullshit. He sit up here convinced you got black skin. Here it is, your skin is not black at all, but you believe that. You sit up here and believe in his God and his Jesus, a white God and a white Jesus, a Greco-Roman God and Jesus. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. Our people ought to be ashamed of themselves. Some shit they told our people on the damn slave plantation to keep us submissive to them, that y'all sit up here and holding this up in 2026. You got churches in the name of Jesus, some white mythological false god, or you want to put blackface on it and call it Yahshua, Yahweh Shai, and all this other BS. There's no Yahweh Shai and there's no Jesus, but y'all sit up here and worship this. For this, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves for letting your sons come home and tell you that they sodomites, and then they're going to tell, then you're going to be okay with that. You okay with your sons and daughters coming home telling you that they sodomites, and you okay with that? Okay, because these races, because these what they say, politically correct Caucasians, racist Caucasians tell you there's nothing wrong with being a homosexual or lesbian. And in your mind, you know what? That's a program, because now you're saying in your mind, yeah, maybe there ain't nothing wrong with that. You going against natural law and natural order. Yes, it is something wrong with that. Very wrong. But y'all don't think so now. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You know, it was a time when we were in our right state of mind, but black people are gone, man. The fact that you let the world call you black people show that you're going. The fact that you let other people tell you about your goddamn history. You're not sitting up here like this coon that came here, Elder Coon, you Elder Craft Coon. You came in here talking shit. You didn't even come speaking your own mind. You came speaking some mind of some racist Caucasian. You came in here speaking that mind. You didn't come in here asking questions. You didn't come in here with respect, because y'all don't respect each other. You don't respect each other. Black people don't respect each other. You respect everybody else, but you don't respect each other. Why? Because you worship the image of these people. The very people that had you in slavery, the very people who think lowly of you, the very people that call you nigger in a heartbeat when they get mad at you, the people who you think your friends are. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Black people are sick in America. They're sick. Why? Because they following behind other groups of people. They following behind the degenerate groups of other people. They think it's okay to mix their seed with other groups of people and muddy up our beautiful bloodline, our beautiful American bloodline. You damn right. You ought to be ashamed. You letting people tell you what your damn origin is. I don't watch you educated niggas sit up here and let these crackers come and tell you, oh, yeah, your people are from sub-Saharan Africa, and y'all ain't challenged that shit. Talking about your people is from West Sub-Saharan Africa. I watched the educated nigga sit up here and let a white boy come up here, some bald-headed ass, skin-headed white boy come up here and tell you that you from West Africa, and you dumbass niggas don't even question that. Saint or sinner. What's that guy's name? The Saint. You have some bald-headed ass, Aryan-looking white boy with no fucking eyebrows come up here and tell you that black people is from West Africa. Your people from West Africa. You sitting up here and you supposed to be educated. You see, you educated niggas are a bunch of coons and sambos because you believe anything white people tell you. Anything. Our people ain't from no goddamn West Africa. We from America. We Americans. But like I said, y'all don't think for yourselves. And anybody who think for themselves, y'all against that. You know why most black people are going to be against what I'm saying? Because I didn't get it from the white man. That's why. I didn't get it from Whitey. I'm not sitting up here regurgitating them nonsense that these Caucasians talk about our people being black. You know, for a people who they claim is from Africa, a people who claim they're so insignificant, a people who they say is so insignificant and we a minority, they sure sit up here and invest a lot in telling us where we from. Think about that. They sit around here, we living rent-free in their head. The N-word is always on their mind. It's always some kind of racial hostility with them. Again, and it's not from our people. It's not from us. But you know why that is? That proves right there that we indigenous to America, because the reason why they don't like our people here in this society is because we are indigenous to America. We are. And we got fool-ass niggas like this up here questioning that. Old-ass fools who sit up here to brother, we African, brother. Then take your black ass to Africa. Take your black ass to Africa where you belong. And let the Africans rob your ass. Like they doing you dumb niggas that went over there to live in Ghana, that went over there and live in Sierra Leone. Go let the Africans rob your dumb ass. When you sitting up here trying to form some kind of brotherhood and sisterhood with them, they ain't looking at you as no brother and no sister. And a lot of our people that's in Africa not even African. They're not even African. A lot of our people in Nigeria and other places through Africa, because you know how the Africans look. Totally different energy. We're not the same people. We are not. And we got a lot of old Sambos and coons, a lot of old educated Sambos and coons that came up around the 50s and the 60s and whatnot, who got their education from the white man, and they up here spreading these lies to our people, telling our people we black and we from Africa. Niggas who got brainwashed by roots. You see, lying ass Alex Haley-ites. Niggas who love Malcolm X, another sellout. Martin Luther King, another sellout. Y'all up here talking about Black History Month. You up here uplifting a bunch of goddamn sellouts. And you ain't learning no real history about our people. You're not. Our people have a very, very, very long and extensive history before white people came here. Before Europeans came into America. But y'all don't care about that. All you care about is the history that they tell you, because y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of remote control program slaves. That's all you are. You sit up in these churches. How is there such thing as black Christians? How is there such thing as black Christians? How you sit up here and believe in a Christ and a God? A Christ and a God you got introduced to on the damn slave plantation. You see, the same people that's telling you from Africa. You see, you just accept whatever these crackers tell you, man. You don't question nothing they say, like a bunch of damn slaves. You black people still think like slaves today. And for that, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You educate your children like slaves. And for that, you should be ashamed of yourself. You let your daughters and your sons mix their seed, mix with all these other races. You believe in interracial dating and interracial mixing, which you should be ashamed of yourselves. All men were made for all women, and all women were made for all men, period. All these other races of people got their own man and woman. But if that's what you do, do what you do. But don't sit up here and try to push that to our people. We don't want to mix our seed. We don't want to. We value our bloodline. We value who we are as first Americans of America. You goddamn right. We got real American pride. I am not pro-black at all. That was a cast I was going to do. Am I pro-black or anti-white? I'm not pro-black. I'm not anti-white. I'm pro-bright. I'm pro-intelligence. Pro-intelligence, anti-ignorance, because black and white equals ignorance. Black and white equals ignorance. You see, I'm not pro-black. I'm not anti-white. I'm not pro-black or anti-anything. I'm pro-brightness, pro-intellect, pro-intelligence. You see, I'm pro-truth. And everything I'm saying is the damn truth. You so-called black females ought to be ashamed of having daughters that walk around with goddamn bonnets on their head, overweight, looking stink, fat, and nasty. But they definitely ain't gonna be no wife material. They ain't gonna be no mother material. They just up here having little nigglets, pushing out little nigglets that's gonna do nothing but contribute to the prison population of this fucking country. Raw and uncut. That's what your little nigglets gonna contribute to the prison population. Raising them up to join gangs. You black men that kill each other over blue and red, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. You ain't got no smoke for nobody else, and no other people, but you got smoke for your own people, your own kind. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. The world is laughing at you niggas. The world is laughing at you grown ass niggas walking around here talking about red and blue. They laugh at you while the police knock all y'all niggas up together in jail. Y'all got beef with each other, but not with the very people that got beef with you and hate you. You black men are sick. You're sick. You're mentally ill. You see, that's the reality of it. And a lot of y'all don't want to hear this, but I don't give a damn. I don't care. I don't care what you want to hear. Don't listen. Because when it was a time when our people did better in the world, when we had shame for ourselves. It was a time when you didn't see a whole bunch of overweight black women. You didn't see a bunch of overweight, fat, nasty looking black women. You know why you see that now? Because there's no shame. There's no shame. That's why you don't see, you see the white woman, she in the damn gym working out. And a shout out to you bronze women who are there. Like I said, You see the white woman, they in the gym, all them women in the gym working out. They watching what they eat. These black females, they sitting up here. Call you back. I'm doing the show. Call you back. You know, the black female, they sitting over here becoming overweight. They leading all the women in the world as being overweight. They running neck and neck with the Latino women. But we concerned about our women walking around here overweight, getting damn STDs, damn herpes, letting your daughters go out here and have boyfriends and whatnot, coming home 12, 13, 14 years old pregnant. It was a story on damn Facebook, and it looked like some real ratchet nigga woman shit. They had the black female up there, and here it is. She had her daughter who was 12 or 13 years old. I said, I can't believe this can't be real. She had a 12 or 13-year-old daughter up there, pregnant, stomach sticking out, and she looked like a kid, 12, 13 years old, and some little nigga with some little buckwheat braids in his hair standing next to some little buckwheat looking nigga who 13 years old who got her pregnant. You see, no man in sight, no father around, no guidance from the man, just gone. Why? Because a lot of this shit that's going on is going on under the watch of the so-called black woman. You see, it's going on. She's raising children by herself, and she's done a piss poor job at it. The liberated black female, the single parent black mom who will sit up here and raise her children and be a licking lesbian. She'll raise her damn children up in a relationship with another female. You know, bumping cooches. They'll sit up here and think that they're gonna raise a child together. That's how sick they are. That's how sick and degenerate they have become. You ain't even got no shame for your children. I remember that show, The Chi, where they had that type of bullshit going on The Chi. Two females together, raising children. Where you get that degenerate mindset from? You already know where it come from. You already know from your God, from your God. You see, the so-called white man, he tell you it's okay for you two men to be together, two women to be together. It's okay. And y'all believe that. And so to when your sons and daughters come and say they following that so-called lifestyle, that alternative lifestyle, you'll say, oh, ain't nothing wrong with that. The hell it ain't. But y'all don't think there's nothing wrong with it. You ain't got no shame. So go ahead and do that. Do that. Do it. And in doing that, know that you are damned as a people. That's why I said, man, there needs to be a separation amongst the so-called black race, man. There needs to be a separation in the black race because a lot of our people are just straight fucking garbage, man. A lot of black people are just straight fucking garbage. A lot of our people are not redeemable at all. A lot of our and I'm not even calling my people, a lot of black people are not redeemable at all. A lot of black people just ain't shit, and they ain't got nothing to do with the white man. A lot of black people just ain't shit. You see, straight up. And we need to stop caping for all so-called black people, you see, who raise little niggas that's going to go in the system, get locked up in jail like a bunch of damn slaves because they want to get out here and sell drugs and be gangbangers and all that bullshit. Talking about that's a lifestyle, a lifestyle, painting yourself up with tattoos, getting locked up in jail, getting bent over in jail. That's the life you want to live? That's a life? You got simple ass niggas who think that's a life. It's not a life. That's nothing but a death style. That's why I say, man, I don't want to be around black people, man. Black people are fucked up, man. Black people are mentally ill. Black people are mentally ill. Now, to our people who have progressive minds, intelligent minds, minds who don't get caught up in that, there needs to be a separation. There needs to be a separation. There needs to be a separation of decent and progressive black people, so-called black. I'm just using the term black people, so you know what I'm talking. It has to be a separation of decent and progressive and, you know, family-oriented so-called black people away from these black people who don't give a shit about life. They just out here. That any so-called black person who's anti-community, they need to be cut off away from us, man. There has to be a moral majority that has to rise up out of this ignorance and this degenerate mentality amongst black people. There has to be a moral majority. And I call it a majority, not because of the numbers, but because this has to turn into a major thing. This has to turn into a major movement of progressive and decent so-called black people who are coming out from amongst the the scum and the degenerates. Because again, you got a lot of scum and degenerates. You got a lot of scum and degenerates amongst our people. This is the same scum and degenerates that let the so-called white man come in here and take this country, that helped him. See, they don't want to tell you the whole truth, that it was a whole bunch of sellouts who helped the so-called white man to sell out indigenous black Americans that helped the white man take hold of this country. That the ones who became your boule. These are your educated niggas who went against our people, went against the decent ones of our people, sold our people out, and they do it every day. They do it every day. You know, and you know what's happening to those people? They're getting judgment. Judgment is coming to those people. Floyd Mayweather, you let them people take your goddamn money, over $175 million. You wouldn't have thought twice about doing something, building something, a business, a corporation to do something for your people. No, you spend all that money on fucking jewelry, coon. That's good that them small hats took your money. Good. Because you got the mind of a child. Anytime you going to entrust $175 million to some white motherfucker just because he's sitting up here spitting game to you, he robbed your dumb ass without a gun. How many times that nigga done got punched upside his head to where you going to let these people who stay robbing black people, these people who stay robbing black people, whether it's in the music industry, whether it's in the movie industry, whether it's in the damn sports, whatever, they stay robbing you, stay wanting to get up under you and be your accountant, stay wanting to sign away your fucking money to them, and y'all go for that. But all you could be is some flashy coon with a Gucci bag full of rented money from a fucking bank. Now you ain't got nothing to stuff in them Gucci bags, nigga. Good. That's good. And I'm not saying it because I want to see you lose. I actually felt bad when that happened to you, Floyd Mayweather, but you a coon. And coons always get departed from their money because you worship the image of white people. That's why you trusted those crackers to steal your fucking money. You trusted them, and them you trust. That's your God in which you trust. White people are the gods in which black people trust in. That's why you repeat all they bullshit, believe anything they say, don't question nothing they say. But then when somebody like myself come up and say something, where you get that from? Where your proof at, brother? Well, you say we indigenous, brother. We might be indigenous. Ain't no might about it. You only questioning it because a so-called black man said it to you. Now, if I was white and said, you wouldn't have had no questions about it. Because that's a Sambo and coon in you. You see? Because the white man didn't say we was indigenous, so of course we not. You got people like your Dane Callaways them out there, and you'll sit up here and call them, you say that they full of crap and whatnot, like Tariq Nasheed sit up here and disrespected Dane Callaway and whatnot. Didn't even say, oh, brother, well, let me see what you're talking about. But yet you supposed to be for black people? He's supposed to be for black people. You didn't even say, well, let me see what the brother talking about. Why are you saying that Harriet Tubman and what's it, Harriet Tubman and what he said, Harriet Tubman and Nat Turner, why did he say those are not real people? You didn't even question why he said that. You should have said, well, let me see, brother, let me get you on here and see why you said that. You just totally disrespected the brother. And of course, Umar Johnson, you disrespecting too. You talking about black people, you talking about we pretendians. You sound like these fucking Native Americans. Umar Johnson, fake Pan-African, fake ass Pan-African school. The FDMG Run DMC Academy, you niggas that gave money to that shit ought to be ashamed of yourselves. But any so-called black people that gave money to Umar Johnson for a fucking school ought to be ashamed of yourself. Any so-called black people that got scammed out of their money by Brother Polite, you ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Because that just shows how ignorant you are. Because all somebody got to do is get up here and talk about peace, family, and all that bullshit, and you go for it. Don't you know when niggas say family, they trying to put their hands in your pocket? They don't care about no goddamn family. Peace, family. The hell you talking? I know family. These niggas don't consider you they family. You just a lick to them. You're just a lick to them. Y'all run up under the white man like it's nothing, man. You run up under these crackers like it ain't nothing. Even Cooney Holcomb. He sat up here and ran up under Vlad, some cracker who sit up here and just interview niggas off camera. And because his people done boosted his channel, got him millions of subscribers, you want to run up on him and kiss his nuts. You ought to be ashamed of yourself, Cooney Holcomb. I can't even watch your show no more, nigga. And I don't care if I ain't got a whole bunch of subscribers and whatnot. And oh, you ain't sharing nothing. Nigga, I don't care. I don't do this. I don't do this for YouTube views. I don't do this for subscribers. I don't do it for you. I don't do it to get money off YouTube. I don't. I do it to wake my real people up, the progressive ones my people, because I don't consider all black people my people at all. At all. A lot of our people need to be thrown in the fucking garbage, man. A lot of black people need to be thrown in the fucking garbage, man. They ain't shit. A lot of black people just ain't shit, man. Just like a lot of white people ain't shit. You see, but white people, the only difference is white people got enough sense to throw their garbage away. Some of them anyway. Niggas, you ain't got enough sense to throw your garbage in the trash. And then you black females, like I said, get on you bed wenches. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You ought to be ashamed of yourself. You chasing behind these crackers and shit, and they don't even want your black ass. You chasing behind a bunch of snow monkeys, a bunch of recessive genetic having ass people with dog hair that you, because you don't like your hair and you want to mix with people who got animal fur. You black females ought to be ashamed of yourself. You black females who chase behind these white boys and all these other, and these Latinos and these Asians, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. You're sick. And all you black men, you should not allow no fucking reach back for them at all. At all. Because they sick. And a lot of times they settle for you because they can't get a white man, because they look at him as God. You see, the black woman is always going to worship the white man as God, because she brought up worshiping white Jesus. She brought up worshiping the image of a white female. She brought up living in damn magazines and watching Disney movies. And she internalizes that fantasy. So she wants to be with a white man. You should ask these black women thoroughly before you lay with them or court them. You should ask them, do you believe in interracial dating? If the black woman says she believes in interracial dating and there's nothing wrong with dating outside their race, fuck them. Cut them off. Cut them off. Cut them off. If they into interracial dating, cut them the fuck off. That go for the black man too. If he into interracial dating and he don't mind being with white women and having babies with them or other race of women and muddying up the gene pool, then fuck them. Because all they're going to do is raise a bunch of mulattoes who are going to be against our people anyway. They, like a lot of these mulattoes are out here now talking this shit against, they're always going against so-called black indigenous people, going against us. They never go against the Caucasians, they white side. They never go against that. These niggas are up on YouTube talking about the Mulatto History Channel, and they up here going against our people, not they white side though, because y'all a bunch of fucking coons. You goddamn mulattoes, you black mulattoes are a bunch of fucking coons. Straight up. Anybody sitting here telling us that we from Africa and you believe this shit from these lion ass crackers and whatnot, and you ain't even questioning them. Like I said today on my when I said on my TikTok, I said they sitting up here asking, when we say we indigenous to America, they sitting up here asking what tribe are we from. Do you ask what tribe we from when they sit calling us African? Because there's a whole bunch of tribes and countries in Africa. No, but you just call us African Americans. You don't say what tribe you from in Africa, but when it comes to us saying we indigenous, all of a sudden, what sex you claim, fool, what part? And then when you say it, the niggas don't never believe it anyway. Tariq Nasheed, you said that dumb shit. You said that dumb shit. We all got African genetics. How you know, nigga? You just saying that shit because you regurgitating what you heard a white man say, because you believe everything they say, because that's what coons do. They believe anything the white man say. They don't see the racism in what he's saying. You actually believe he know what he's talking about. These crackers are pathological liars, especially the historians. They are a bunch of fucking pathological liars. They make up shit all the time. These are the same people that told you the ancient Egyptians not black. They're actually white people. You gonna believe them? The ancient Egyptians is white. The American Indians are Siberian Mongoloids. You believe this shit? You know why? Because y'all a bunch of white worshiping coons. Mass majority of you black people are white worshiping coons from the top down. Jamie Foxx, with your average looking cave woman. But nigga, you a sodomite anyway, allegedly. You a sodomite anyway. A lot of you black males that get with these cave women are sodomites. Eddie Murphy. You niggas are sodomites, man. That's why you get with the cave woman, because she don't mind that the black man get his asshole played with. They don't mind that asshole play in Hollywood. You black men that bend over and grab your ankles ought to be ashamed of yourself. Will Smith. You got Jada Pinkett up here about to expose your ass. You black men, y'all do all this shit for what? For money? You bend over and grab your ankles. Let these crackers play in your asshole in Hollywood. You niggas gay for play out there. You niggas ought to be ashamed of yourself. You a bunch of ass-kissing coons. Corey Holcomb, stop mentioning Minister Farrakhan. You don't give a fuck about what Minister Farrakhan think about that. Because you sat up on your show, nigga, and you shitted on Godfrey. You shitted on a bunch of black men for this white boy. Cooney Holcomb. But you going to talk about the minister changed my life. How? I guess the minister okay with you shitting on another black man to a white boy. But anyway, I'm sick of black people, man. I'm sick of degenerate black people. Yeah, I am. I'm sick of degenerate ass-kissing coons because that's all that seems to be out here. We got some of our progressive and decent indigenous people, our First Amendment. I don't even like to use the term black people because I don't like black people. I don't like black people. I don't like degenerate black people. I like First Americans, people who waking up out of blackness. I do. I don't like degenerate black people because they're a bunch of fucking sellouts. That's all. Especially the educated ones. That go for you niggas in the hood too. You niggas who thugs and criminals and all this other shit. You got all the smoke for your own kind, but not for the white man or any other races of people who turn around and call you niggas, who come in your neighborhood with police uniforms on and blow your black asses away. You ain't got no problem with them. You bow down to and respect them because y'all a bunch of ass-kissing coons. That's the truth. You niggas are a bunch of ass-kissing coons. You coon goons. You ass-kissing coon goons. You a bunch of ass-kissing Sambos. Even you young niggas. Y'all, you YNs are a bunch of young coons in training. Because you niggas come up here calling me coming on my TikTok, talking about I'm not Indian. That's one of them things, you young niggas with that shit. You come up here and disrespect an elder, because technically I'm a fucking elder to you little niggas, man. I'm an elder. I'm 55 years old, about to be 56. I'm a fucking elder. And you little young niggas, you YNs come up here talking shit. You know, but you ain't never got no smoke for the white man. You know, the white man who'll call the fucking cops on you, the white man who will come in the badge and uniform and blow your black asses away. You ain't got no smoke for him, though. And him you trust. He tell you African, you from Africa, you little dumb niggas believe that shit. Y'all all screwed up. You know why? Because you was raised by the nigga woman, man. You was raised by the liberated single nigga woman, man, who taught you to worship the image of white people, taught you to worship the image of white Jesus. That's why you believe anything white people say. That's why you believe that shit they say. Miss me with y'all. Don't even come on my lives, man. Anytime we see you little niggas come up here, you old Sambo coon ass niggas, we gonna kick you off our lives, man. We don't want you listening to us. Raw and uncut. I told you it was gonna be raw and uncut tonight. This ain't the intellectual Lord Benjamin Manhattan. That's the nice guy over there, Mentellect Extended. This is Buck Manhattan, goddammit. This is Mr. Buck Manhattan. The buck is out the fucking yard, man. The buck is out in the yard. I'm so sick of you educated Sambos and coons, because again, all an educated nigga is a program nigga. That's all an educated nigga is. You just repeat after the white man and you just say whatever he tell you to say. Don't matter if it's bullshit. Don't matter if it's made up. Yo, Professor Black Truth, when you was up here talking about some big word, talking about look it up. Look up what? Whenever you use a so-called black big word, that's some word made up by some crackers, man. But you don't look it up like that's some big thing. They make up words all the time. But let me make up a word. Oh, that's pseudo. Where you get it from? The white man make up the word, yo, God. Oh, you got to look that up. You got to study that. You niggas are insane, man. You get your education. You niggas get programmed and fucked up in the head mentally, man. Now, am I saying it's wrong to go to school and learn something? No. If you're going to go to school, learn a trade, man. Learn something you could actually use, like becoming a doctor, a lawyer, a nurse. Don't go there to get your head fucked all around by these crackers who sitting up here with they bullshit philosophy and they bullshit lying ass history and gonna tell you, yeah, see, your people from Africa, see, there ain't nothing wrong with being gay, and ain't nothing wrong with pagan, and ain't nothing wrong, all some weirdo degenerate shit that they could just get you dumbass niggas to go with. You see, they philosophy. You follow their philosophy. You believe in them and the beast you trust. Raw and uncut. You Hebrew Israelites, you niggas too a bunch of coons, man. You Hebrew Israelites, y'all a bunch of coons. You believe in Jesus Christ. You niggas that believe in Jesus Christ are coons, man. Because that Jesus Christ is made up by these racist Caucasians in Rome. There's no Jesus Christ. You believe in that bullshit? You believe in Jesus? That's bullshit. There's no Jesus. There's no God. There's the Lord, but there's no Jesus and no God. That's made up by these racist Caucasians to get you to worship their image. But y'all too dumb to see that. The same way they sit up here and tell you that you from Africa and you dumbass niggas don't even question them. You don't even believe that. You know that roots is a lie. Alex Haley, that was a big programming tool that these crackers use to get you to believe that black people from Africa. Because, you know, prior to the 70s and the early 60s, our people didn't believe we was from Africa. Our people were still talking about they indigenous to America. Our people didn't believe that. We knew the truth still, but they had to erase that with roots in the 70s. They had to call our hairstyles afros, like as an African, but you don't see Africans with afros. Okay. So y'all niggas don't had over 50 plus or 60 plus years of programming. You don't have over 50 to 60 years of programming. So now your minds are gone, man. Your minds you just got shit for brains now. Black people just got shit for brains now. Y'all niggas' minds are all over the place. Your woman's a bed wench. You up here upholding bed wenches. You up here upholding sodomites. Niggas with herpes and all kind of other shit. They just passing that shit around like you niggas do in Hollywood, but yet you talk about some divine God and you wearing crosses on your neck. You niggas are sick, man. Look at all the degeneracy you do in the name of God, in the name of your God that you claim to believe in. Y'all sick. Black people are sick because you sitting around here following a bunch of degenerate ass white people. That's why you sick. You believe in the system of white degeneracy. To call those people who did all this foul shit to our people supreme, you got to be sick, Tariq Nasheed. Ain't no fucking system of white supremacy. It's a system of white degeneracy. To call those people supreme is spitting in the face of what supremacy really means. Supremacy means righteousness. Supremacy means real truth. Supremacy means sovereign power, higher power, law and order, justice, reciprocity. These people have none of that. So don't call them supreme. Nothing they've done is supreme. Nothing. You ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Now, I know I went out on the limb and said a lot of stuff, but that's really how it is. I know a lot of people don't like that. A lot of people who don't want to hear the truth, they're not going to like that. A lot of you niggas are a bunch of Sambos, sellouts, and traitors, man. A lot of so-called black people. Y'all always show yourselves. Why? Because you got that God complex. You worship the image of the beast. You niggas are nasty and disgusting because you follow the beast. You mix your seed with the beast. You lay down with them. You niggas are nasty and disgusting, man. Straight up. Because you follow the image of them. You the reason. You niggas sitting around here calling yourself black people. That's disgusting, man. For first American indigenous, so-called, our first American indigenous people, our real American and copper-colored people to call themselves black people, these people don't con you into calling yourself Negroes and African Americans and black. That's disgusting. You're disgusting for that. Our people are disgusting for letting these people tell you who the fuck you are. European Americans, Euro Americans, sitting up here telling you who you are. A bunch of recessive genetic having people sitting up here telling the full-on copper-colored races, the most defined genetic on the earth, the most defined genetic on the earth, the most complete and dominant genetic on the earth. You letting a bunch of fucking recessive snow monkeys tell you who the fuck you are? Are you serious? Bunch of degenerates, bunch of boy lovers, school shooters, fucking grapists. You letting them tell you who you are? Nasty ass people. Y'all sick, man. Y'all sick. Y'all don't see the greatness in yourselves. You don't see the greatness in yourselves. You looking for greatness in them. Y'all sick. You're sick. I don't have no words. No words. I think I said enough, but I got a little 10 more minutes to say. 10 more minutes. Because this was going to be the most rawest and uncut out the gate, man. This was going to be the most rawest and uncut out the gate. You let these people tell you who the fuck you are. They don't sit around and let you tell them who they are. They ain't gonna sit up here and let you tell them about Caucasian history, Jewish history. They ain't gonna sit up here and listen to you tell them about who they are, but you sit up here and let these motherfuckers tell you who you are. You sit up here and let them tell you from West Africa, and you niggas supposed to be educated. Marquette, the Saint or Sinner. These the educated niggas. These are so-called pro-blacks. These the pro-blacks like Umar. You got 6 degrees of nothing. But all you could do is sit on fucking YouTube and scam people out of money for bullshit ass schools that ain't gonna get built. But that's what you do with your 6 degrees from the white man. Your fucking 6 degrees, if you even got them, are nothing but toilet paper. You niggas go into debt, hundreds of $1,000s worth of debt for a bunch of fucking papers just so you can say the white man gave you a piece of paper. So now I'm accomplished. I'm an educated black man. Fool ass nigga. Educated in what? Nothing. Educated in what? You see, all you niggas want is the crumbs off Whitey table, man. That's all you niggas want is the crumbs off Whitey table. That's all. That's all. You happy with sitting at the table and getting the crumbs off the fucking floor. That's all you happy with. Black people y'all who worship the image of these other races of people, y'all disgusting, man. You black people that worship the image, here it is, you coming from this beautiful bronze, copper-colored seed, this beautiful bronze, copper-colored American indigenous seed, and they don't convince you that you black-ass Africans. They don't convince you that you a bunch of black-ass savage Africans, and you believe this shit. You believe this. And to the point where you're going to argue with people that are trying to teach you the truth. You see? You up here asking what tribe we come from, that we need some tribal recognition to be considered indigenous to America. Are you niggas serious? Mike TV, you said that dumb shit, and I was listening to your channel, and you had the nerve to say that? Mike TV, I was rocking with you in your content till you said that dumb shit. That we need federal recognition to acknowledge us as indigenous to America. We need crackers, Europeans, to tell us that we indigenous to America. Man. A lot of you indigenous, these people who come in with the indigenous stuff, a lot of y'all starting to show yourself to be coons, man. A lot of these indigenous niggas are starting to show themselves to be coons. A lot of these people that's pushing this indigenous content are starting to show themselves to be coons. You see, just straight up. So I'm about to wrap this up in a minute. Got another 5 minutes. I usually do an hour of this, man. Yeah, man, this is raw and uncut. I don't know, might get some strikes, but I don't care. They don't like me playing the music, but again, I don't care. You see, because you got to be real with shit, man. You got to be real. Got to keep it real, all the way real. Tell me anything I said that was wrong tonight, because everything black people do, you trusting in white people to tell you what your history is, where you come from, and whatnot. You ain't doing your own research, and anybody that does any independent research, you know what you dumb niggas do? You shut them down. You say, oh, man, where you getting that pseudo shit from, bro? Where you getting that from? You never question the white man with that pseudo bullshit history he done gave you because he put it in a book. You never question him. You see? Exactly. Out here debating for nothing. Ain't nothing to debate about. We first Americans of America. That's it. We not African. That's it. We don't follow no God and Jesus. That's it. We follow law and order. Natural law and natural order. No, we not following none of that bullshit like you black people do. We not a bunch of mental slaves under racist Caucasians like you black people are. No, thank you. Yes, there needs to be a separation within the so-called black race because there's too many Sambos and coons within the black race. Too many Sambos and coons. Too many bed wenches. Too many sellouts. You damn right. So again, exactly. He gets paid for what he speaks about. Of course he do. Who, Coonmar Johnson? Coonmar? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, notice both of these niggas wearing Arab names. Tariq Nasheed and Umar Johnson, both Arab names. You see, not no African name, not no FBA name, whatever the fuck FBA is. There's no such thing as black people. Y'all have allowed yourself to become black people because white people called you black people. They called you that. They classified you as black people, and you niggas just went right with it. Like a bunch of good damn slaves. You can't lead our people nowhere. You can't tell our people shit. Nothing. You people that's teaching that we black and from Africa and you got educated, you can't teach our people shit. At this point, Umar Johnson's nothing but a fucking meme. He's nothing but a meme. We ain't no Asiatic black men. We ain't come from no Africa. We ain't, like I said, we are American. We not no pork-eating niggas. We don't follow the white man. We don't worship his gods and his Jesus. That's his shit. Let him keep his shit. Let him keep all them Abrahamic religions, because they're not for our people. We are first Americans of America, and we follow natural law and natural order. We are our own separate entity away from Africans. We are not Africans. We are not black people. We are not nobody's Negro or African American. And for the people that's preaching that shit to us, cut their ass off, man. Cut their ass off. You see? Anything they'll say we come from any place other than America. Because they mark that out for Whitey. Because Whitey want to be seen as American. They want to take our place. They've been wanting to take our place. They know we the copper-colored racists who were found here. They know that. They know we the real American Indians. We ain't got to ask the government. They spent all this time trying to cover up who we are as the real American Indians. You think they're going to tell the truth now? You think they're going to tell the truth now? They ain't about to tell the truth to our people. They not. So sitting around waiting for these crackers to tell the truth, you niggas are insane, man. Yeah, but y'all already got your mind made up anyway. So anybody even talking to y'all, but that's it. Listen, for those of you who like what I'm saying, those of you who acknowledge what I'm saying, go to ROA Worldwide, and become a registered American, a registered first American in the Republic of America. Go and become a registered first American in the Republic of America. Let's separate ourselves away from these ignorant ass black people, man. These ignorant ass African Americans, these ignorant ass Negroes who being raised up in single mama homes and whatnot, who out here spreading all kinds of chaos and confusion, contributing to the prison culture, to the gang culture. Get the fuck away from them, man. Get the fuck away from these bed wenches who love the white man, who are a bunch of fucking turncoats. Raw and uncut. No love for bed wenches and bed bucks. No love for sellouts and sambos. No love for no niggas talking about some red, black, and green bullshit. Some RBG bullshit. No love for Marcus Garvey. No love for Malcolm X. No love for Martin Luther King. No love for any of these sellout ass niggas, man, that you hear about on Black History Month. We ain't no goddamn black people. We first Americans of America, the real indigenous Americans, the only real Americans. Stop letting these fucking European Americans tell you, these Europeans tell you who not American, what our history is, telling us, got the nerve to tell us to go back to Africa. They need to take their white asses back to Europe, because America was a much better place before they got here. But anyway, that's it. That was Raw and Uncut. Let it all go, right? If you are serious, only the serious need to apply. Because I'm going to say something to you people that's claiming you with the message, you like what I'm saying, yet y'all not members of the Republic of America. You're not part of this community. We built our own community, man, for our people. The Republic of America worldwide. You should be members of the ROA worldwide if you stand on the message. Don't stand on the side and be fucking cheerleaders, man. Don't be on the side and be cheerleaders. We need all of our progressive people, our first American people with us, man. Our people are all over the world, and you need to be joining the Republic of America so that our community can become stronger. Our first American community, our American community can become stronger, because ain't nobody out here talking strong like this. Ain't nobody standing up on business like this. These niggas a bunch of sambos out here, man. They're a bunch of ass-kissing coons for Whitey. Yes, they are. A bunch of ass-kissing coons for these snow monkeys. I said it. So join the Republic of America and become a first American if you really standing for the message. Otherwise, man, you just a bunch of fucking cheerleaders, man. Because either you standing with the true Lord and standing with the truth, standing on the side of truth, or you standing with them other people, man. That's what it is. Ain't no in between. Ain't no I love the message, but I'm not in the community. If you love the message, then you just like being on the fucking sideline like a cheerleader. Okay, we don't need no cheerleaders. We need our people together as a community. All the decent and respectable first Americans need to come out from amongst the black race. That's the only thing that's going to save our people. That is the only salvation for our people. We can't move amongst black people because black people are fucking finished, man. They dead, man. They want to mix their seed with everybody else. Niggas hate themselves. They hate their genetic material. Everything. So join the Republic of America, ROA Worldwide. Become a registered first American in the Republic of America. We are the almond race. So that's it. You can share this, give this a thumbs up, a like, share it. Go and subscribe to my Mentellect Patreon. Go and subscribe to my Buck Manhattan channel. And go to American Indigenous channel, Sister Enra Vincetta Mentangela. Go subscribe to her channel, American Indigenous channel. Go over there and subscribe to her. Subscribe. Go check out draconianrules.com. Check out their clothing. Got our own clothing line coming up for our people, man, and for the world, whoever want to wear it, man. You know what I'm saying? We got to stand up in the world as first Americans, man. Fuck people sitting up here calling us African Americans and black. Man, get that slave shit the fuck out of here. Like black and African American slave shit up out of here. We ain't nobody's fucking slaves, man. Not us first Americans. You black people, you do what the fuck you want to do. You blacks, you Negroes, go do what the fuck you want to do, man. Go keep following the white man. Keep following white Jesus. Keep getting on your knees and praying to Mecca somewhere to some white Arab god. No, thank you. That's it. I'm closing this out in the name of Lord Amen, and I end this message in the name of Lord Amen. I am Mr. Buck Manhattan. I have taken over Supreme American TV. If you want to hear what the intellectual Lord Benjamin Manhattan, the guy that don't cuss, you want to hear what he say, go over and listen to Mentellect Extended. That's the guy that don't cuss. Me, I'm cussing up a storm, as you can see, and because I don't give a fuck. And that's it. I'm going to do my other cast. Good night.
Getting better and better every day. I ain't never seen nothing like this before. Now we bringing it. The future is here. The future is ours. And in order for it to be ours, we gotta do something about it. That's creating our own thing. Self-made. We don't depend on nobody but ourselves. As long as we work together and come together, the future is ours.
This is it, what? Lucini pouring from the sky, let's get rich, what? The Jiki Fonts and Sugar Dimes can't quit, what? Now pop the cork and steam the Vega and get lit, what? Introducing Phantom of the Dark, walk through my heaven with levitation from reefers, drenching deep as an E7, showboating with Rugers, flash vines, Belafonte digger. Let's get for what this worth as we confiscate your figures.
Casanova Brown, levitating Jiki and Ashiki's the Lahada car, 54, chasing diamond runners, headed icebound. The big chiller diamond convention, Harlem Bucks.